Okay, 3.1. Using slope-intercept form. We can't forget that slope-intercept form is this y equals mx plus b. I'm not going to read all of this just because to save some time. But of course, if you would like to read this, maybe you get a better understanding of what exactly is needed. They do give you these pieces of information. The only thing is I know this might be confusing. So we'll just jump right into the graphing part. Okay. First things first, I'm going to show you what to do by hand. The next one I will show you with Desmos. Most definitely, Desmos will be your best friend. So I would definitely pay attention in that next section. Okay. First things first, I need to make sure I remember I need to identify my slope and my y-intercept. Slope in this case is 3/2. And your y-intercept is -1. If you're not sure how to do it, write out your y equals mx plus b, looking for the slope, the y-intercept, and it's all given right here. Also, don't forget that your y-intercept needs to be a coordinate, which is 0, -1. Why is it 0, -1? Because since this is my y-intercept, I need to remember x and y. Y goes in the -1, of course. Okay. First things first, we plot this point 0, -1. Right there. Next, I look at my slope. My slope says it's positive, so this 3 will be rising, going up, and then running to the right. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Plot that point. And we can keep going. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There's not enough room, so we can be done. Please grab your ID, something that's straight enough that you can draw this nice straight line. I don't have anything with me right here at the second, so don't make fun of my line. Something of that sort. And we just created a line. Of course, your slope represents like a little staircase. You can see that it's definitely going stairs. You can keep going down if you must. Obviously, I'm not going to push it just because I want you to get the basis of just graphing a nice line. Okay. The second part, this bottom area, we will do on the computer. Okay. Of course, you're right here on your laptop or Chromebook. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. In the search bar, you're going to click Desmos. Click the first one, of course. This is where we're going to have to remember that we can't just click Graphing Calculator. You must scroll down to the very bottom. Right here, you're going to see Test Practice. You click that. Graphing Calculator, but before you do anything, you must choose Assessment. You're going to put Texas. And you should see Texas Star pop up. Now you're ready to go. Make sure you're on the bottom one. Click Start. And you should see Texas Star. This is to make sure you're using the correct Desmos, because obviously we don't want you to be with a disadvantage the day of the test. Okay. There we go. Okay. Next, we will be using this equation into this Desmos calculator. First things first, I do want to make sure I could see all the numbers are here. I'm going to click the little toolbar. And because my problem is showing going by ones, I definitely want the same thing. So right here in step, I'll click 1 if it lets me. 1. 1. 1 for the steps. And as you can see, all the numbers popped out. It looks pretty neat. Second thing, of course, I'm going to type in my equation. Y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 3. Y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 3. Be careful too when you're typing this in. Make sure it's exactly the same way as that. Technically, you do need to be able to practice it, so please make sure you know how to type it in very nice and neat. Okay, after that, you can see how we have a line drawn. Please be careful. Don't use this as a point. You're using 3, of course. And you are looking for the next coordinate. If I keep looking down, that is not a point. This is a point, 2, negative 2. We can definitely see that there's an intersection right there between those 2 points. So that's the next point of my plot. 2, negative 2. Then, of course, grab your AD, and my line's not going to be beautiful, but you get the point. And that's all you'll be doing. You're going to be using this calculator. It's going to be a lot of help. Example, the next one. Be careful. Right here, we're going in tens. Right here, we're going in ones. So I'm going to fix this calculator. Y-intercept is going by tens. Oh, I put the wrong one. The y-axis is going by tens. There we go. If I zoom out, not really liking it right there, but that's okay. We can type in the same thing. Y equals 10x plus 25. Crossing at 25. This is the harder problem, of course. These problems are all pretty difficult when you're trying to look at the graph and putting it to here. You just need to be very careful that you look for the correct point. As you can see, there's a 1 right here, so it's already telling you that this line is 1. So make sure you see that this intersection of 135 is next. Something like this. Wonderful. Definitely practice the next few problems on your own. Gonna help you write out the equations. Okay, for the first one, Avery already has $30 and 15 each represents my slope. My equation for this problem is y equals 15x plus 30. Please graph that on your own. I would love for Mr. Bolden, Mr. Bowman, or myself to see your wonderful work. Next problem, number 5. Same thing as well. Just be careful. This person is paying back their $10 each week, meaning they're subtracting that money. So they're losing money because they messed up a window. Equation right here is y equals negative 10x plus the initial amount of 150. Okay, definitely graph that. It starts at 150 and you should see it hit somewhere 1214 when you're doing it. Great. Next video.